Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627. Are you tired of constantly having to adjust your lacrosse stick during the game? Let the experts at String It Up in Huntington take care of it for you. At String It Up, we use the highest quality materials and techniques to ensure your stick is game ready every time. Visit them today at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington Village or on the web www.stringitup.com.
Welcome back to Laval Stadium here at Stony Brook University. The lights are on, and a long lacrosse morning into afternoon into evening has concluded with another championship. This is, of course, the Long Island Boys Lacrosse MEGACAST across all of Varsity Media's social media handles, and it is presented by Stretch Flow. Back here, the field behind us with the wind swirling around as it has all day. Jared Veluzzi, Dylan Butler here. A champion, a fourth champion has been crowned, and like the other three, it comes from Nassau County. A clean sweep for Nassau today, a 10-6 win for Garden City over West Islip, and it just felt like Garden City did what Garden City seemingly always does. The names might change, but the trophies remain the same.
Yeah, it was classic Trojan lacrosse. They set the tone early, playing great defense, and they were able to get the job done offensively against a very tough West Islip team. And it seems like we say this every year, that senior class for Garden City really came to play when it mattered most.
They absolutely did, and we have some highlights to show you guys as well from the Class B championship game. We thought the edge face-off-wise would go to West Islip, and that didn't actually materialize. We start off with Jack Archer from Henry Gibbons. That makes it 1-1 early in the first quarter.
Yeah, but West Islip would have a quick response. Off to a hot start in the first quarter was Cole Sparks with the underhand shot. Lions up 2-1.
This ended up being a great save, but then the rebound will pop out. Watch this first save. Dorfman makes it, but it falls right to James Paisley. The rebound gives Garden City the 3-2 lead.
And this is where GC would go on a run. Stevie Fennell, so athletic. He's going to find James Paisley. He goes top shelf. Garden City up 6-2.
It would be 7-2, and you kind of figured at that point maybe game over, but no, there's a run here for West Islip, and it starts with Patrick Keenan from Sparks. It's now a 7-4 ball game.
7-4, but Garden City, it's Andrew Ottamanelli. He had a couple late, 8-4 Trojans, and Garden City would go on a little bit of a run, 10-6. Once again, make it 3 straight LICs for GC.
And you mentioned, right, like the seniors stepping up in a big way. Fennell and Archer, two guys we mentioned before the start of the game, but the same is true even of a junior. Andrew Ottamanelli stepped up in a big way for Garden City today.
Yeah, he was in that lefty finisher spot, and Admanelli was clutch catching and shooting the ball for the Trojans. And Dylan, I can't stress it enough about RJ Vitruba at the faceoff X. That was a concern for Garden City heading into this one, and he did a phenomenal job. He showed why he's one of the best pure athletes on the island, and he really neutralized CJ Schwartz, and that was a big reason why Garden City was so successful today.
And I think unofficially that matchup, which you probably thought was like 70-30 maybe in favor of West Islip, was 50-50, which is exactly what Garden City wanted on the day because of all the other athletes they could bring into the mix. So a big win for Garden City. Remarkable here, right? It's their 9th in a row, right? They're now 16-4. It is their 19th Long Island championship. Absolutely amazing stuff from Garden City. And now they'll, of course, look to compete and try to win another state championship, their 9th in program's history.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but we could be seeing a Garden City Victor matchup, which would excite the entire state of New York. So that could be really cool. Hopefully we can.
And you know, we mentioned Blue Bloods, and these are 2 of them on Long Island. But then you could bring in a Yorktown into the mix as well, right? And on the bottom of the bracket, I think is West Genesee. So
they've won a couple times, right?
Yeah. In fact, a little history note for you: West Genesee has the most state titles with 15 all time. So amazing there, but Garden City seemingly like they're getting ready to catch up with them. We're going to send it down to the field where John Perez has a couple of the victorious Trojans alongside him.
I'm here with our 3 newest champions in the Long Island Championship. And of course, guys, Garden City, I know that this is just one step along the way. You guys got states on your mind, but we've got Andrew Admanelli, Jack Archer, and of course, Steve Fidel. And Andrew, I'll start with you. Now that the LIC portion of this is complete, your thoughts on this victory and what made you guys so successful?
I think it was a great win. We knew this team was all around good, and from now on, we're just going to work even harder for our upcoming game.
It seemed like you guys really took a hold of the game second quarter, and then that second half really locked down defensively, and then that allowed the offense to really exceed. What did you guys see out of that second half that allowed you guys to have that success?
We saw openings all the time in the first quarter, and we weren't executing it, and then we started executing it and finding goals.
Jack, I'll ask you. I mean, you're someone that's been executing all years too, and a lot of that has to do with your teammates. A lot of that has to do with yourself. When you guys are really rounding into form like that, how much of a flow and how much confidence does that give you and the rest of the crew?
Every goal is just another one to get back, and just every goal gives you more confidence, so go back and do it again.
I know this is a program that has a proud tradition, but when you think about 2023 individually, what are you going to remember about these guys?
We're a family. That's all.
And Coach, when you hear that too, that it's a family-type atmosphere, it's a culture that obviously you've built up all these years. How proud are you of these guys?
Yeah, they did an outstanding job. We got 24 seniors this year, and they've been together for a long time, youth stuff and everything, and they played great. We did see some openings, some things we could take advantage of. We just didn't really hit on it, like Andrew said, in the first quarter. The second quarter, they played great. The ride was great. I think Cole Weber and the defensive middies controlled the middle of the field, and we got the ball back a bunch and helped these guys get some nice looks underneath, which was great.
All right, gentlemen, congratulations on the win. And, of course, we have some victory swag for the players as well, courtesy of String It Up. Jack Archer and Andrew Admanelli. Guys, congratulations, of course, courtesy of String It Up, located at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington, New York. We'll send it back up to you, Dylan and Jared.
I don't know why Steve Fennell doesn't want any of that. That's some good swag, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He needs his own bag, too.
I know. It makes me wish I was a Long Island champion.
There you go. So final score, again, it's Garden City winning the Long Island Championship 10-6. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll wrap up this entire day of lacrosse with a nice big bow when we return right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Stretch Flow specializes in neuromyofascial stretch therapy and was developed by Kyle Collier during his work with thousands of patients over the past 10 years. Our techniques are specifically designed to help your body recover faster, improve overall function and mobility, as well as bring your body into balance. After our sessions, clients have experienced pain reduction, elimination and reduced inflammation in the joints, reduction in stress, improved athletic performance, better sleep, and more energy overall. You can try out Stretch Therapy for just $30. That's 50% off our intro session using the code VARSITY. Call us today to schedule your appointment at 516-336-9627. Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsburgh, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
I think there's a lot of high-quality coaches that are involved with this whole entire program that bring a lot of experience and knowledge.
We evaluate them where they are athletically and also lacrosse IQ. And from there, we were able to develop them as best we can to the highest level they can get to.
Like all the competition is just greater over here.
All the teammates, we get along very well. We play really hard together.
Hey! Oh, good look, James! Ah! Oh, Liam, listen to the wind. Oh, good luck! Yes, sir! Go away from that, Charlie. Go away.
Looking for a competitive edge on the field? Look no further than String It Up. Our expert stringers have years of experience in crafting the perfect pocket for your playing style. Whether you prefer a high pocket or a low pocket, we've got you covered. Get the edge you need to dominate the competition. Visit String It Up at 41 Stewart Avenue in Huntington Village or on the web at www.stringitup.com. Today's LIC pre- and post-game shows are brought to you in part by Legacy Lacrosse. Legacy Lacrosse offers programs for boys and girls of all ages. Get in front of some of the best lacrosse programs in the nation with current head coaches from local and national schools set to be in attendance at those tryouts. Registration is now open for the July tryouts, so sign up today.
Back here under the lights at Laval Stadium at Stony Brook University, the Long Island Boys Lacrosse Championships are a wrap. And we want to thank, of course, as we always do, as we return here, all of our crew is with us. Of course, Jared Veluzzi to my left, John Perez to my right. What a day it was of lacrosse. And listen, a lot of what we do here, we can't do without our sponsors. And of course, one of the groups who have been with us all year long is the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation, whose mission is to spread the positive spirit of lacrosse and support the highest ethical standards for all participants through annual initiatives, which include targeted grants, scholarship programs, lacrosse education clinics, and events to raise awareness and resources in support of the game. And the guy who leads the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation, Mike Nelson. And listen, Mike, we're with you. We're hoping you, wishing you the best of luck and the best of health as well. We were hoping to see you here today, but we know that you are here with us, certainly in spirit, as well as the wind continues to pick up here at Laval Stadium. Somehow, we didn't lose our tent. It happened 2 years ago at the Long Island Championships. It almost becomes a tradition for us here at Varsity Media. It hasn't happened just yet, though.
Well, there's still plenty of time. The broadcast isn't over yet, and the wind tried. It wasn't for a lack of trying. But, of course, we've got the best crew in the game helping us out.
Final thoughts. We'll go left to right, Jared. As you see, final scores here, and obviously the one thing that's in common, it is a Nassau County sweep through the Long Island Championships. What did you think? What kind of resonates with you through these games today?
Yeah, those top teams in Nassau County, really prove that they're the best on the island. But one common theme, and not to be unoriginal, but defenses win championships, right? I mean, you look at these low-scoring games, and Manhasset really stepped up defensively. Of course, Garden City did their thing, and then same with Farmingdale holding Northport to just 3 goals. That was extremely impressive. And Cold Spring Harbor doing it in Class D as well. I think stepping up defensively was huge in these LICs.
John,
I thought one of the cool things was getting the opportunity to see how Northport would go up against Farmingdale. It was a Northport team that was a little under the radar this year, obviously with the 2 teams in front of them too, and Farmingdale, kudos to them and Mike Hungerford. That was a great game, probably the best game of the day, as well as Mike gets the Gatorade bath, and he was on cloud 9. I've never seen him smile like that. So congratulations to the Dalers as well. Fantastic game. We got to get a shot clock in here, fellas. I know that we're only a couple years away from that, but fantastic game. Got to speed it up a little bit. I love offense, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's coming. That's in 2 years. And I think for me, some of my thoughts and things I remember from this are some of those individual matchups, right? Or the performances, I should say. Cal Gerard at the Face-Off X from Manhasset comes in 85%, and he does that again, right? And I don't think anyone had a better performance today than Mike Ippoliti from Farmingdale. An outstanding performance. He was the MVP of that game, and a big reason why. Listen, Farmingdale is known for their goalies, man, and he's right up there for me with the Mount Rushmore of all the other great ones as well at Farmingdale. And yes, as John alluded to, our good friend Mike Hungerford, we're certainly happy for him to get back to the promised land. His first as a head coach. So I don't know if it's Croxley's or the library, one of those places, maybe all the places in Farmingdale tonight the party's on. So we congratulate the Dalers on that. For them, their road continues. These teams that won today, they'll go on and play in state semifinals up in Albany just in a few days in the midweek. And then if they are to survive in advance, they're at Hofstra next weekend. But our road ends here at Laval Stadium. It was an incredible day here of lacrosse. We hope that you all enjoyed it on all of our platforms, whether it was Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube. A first of its kind for us here, this MEGACAST that we had, and certainly wanted to thank everyone who was a part of it. Big shout out, of course, also to Mike's Underground for providing the necessary nutrients to help us get through this day as well. This is our entire Varsity Media crew. Put these guys up against anyone in the business. Our executive producer, Ben Turchin, our technical director, Chris Sweeney, my broadcast partners, John Perez and Jared Veluzzi. Of course, you had Ron Pierre. Crystal Green was here. And we want to, of course, thank all of our sponsors as well. Stretch Flow, String It Up, Mike's Underground, the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation, the Face-Off Academy, Igloo Lacrosse, and Legacy Lacrosse as well. That'll do it here from Laval Stadium. For our entire crew here at Varsity Media, Dylan Butler, thanking you for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.